The trailer for Sorry to Bother You presents the film as a sort of workplace comedy in the vein of Office Space. And it's kinda like that, with some science fiction elements and a heavy dose of LSD. What up, everybody? Thanks for joining. I'm Paul Christian, and this is The Paul Christian Show. Sorry to Bother You stars Lakeith Stanfield as Cassius Green, an African-American millennial struggling to get by in an alternative reality version of Oakland, California. Cash might be his nickname, but it's not something he has a lot of. He takes a job as an entry-level telemarketer and struggles to get people not to hang up on him. That is, until he discovers the life hack of talking to customers in his white voice. Success ensues, but at what cost? I couldn't tell that Sorry to Bother You was a sci-fi movie from the trailer. It looked like just a regular workplace comedy. Then slowly but surely, stuff that's slightly off kilter starts to peek its head through the surface. First-time film director Boots Riley handles the cinematic medium like an old pro. His style reminds me of Wes Anderson just as much as it does Spike Lee. The sci-fi world he creates is funny and unsettling, most of all in both cases because it rings so true to our own. Boots Riley's vision is the real star of the film, but the actual stars are pretty good too. Lakeith Stanfield, who I had really only seen as Snoop Dogg in Straight Outta Compton, shows a lot of range in the well-written role of Cash. His story is that of the Faustian bargain seen through the lens of our money-hungry capitalist society. The more he uses his white voice, the farther he goes in the corporation. He learns about some abusive business practices, but looks the other way because things are going good for him for once in his life. I like that the film doesn't judge Cash too harshly for being a sellout. He's not a bad guy. His coworkers are out there striking for better working conditions, and he's down with the cause, but he's also got his own problems to worry about. It's a lot easier to be an activist when it's not your uncle's house that's getting foreclosed on. Cash's girlfriend is played by Tessa Thompson. She's in everything these days, isn't she? Her character is the moral compass to Cash's moral quandary, but even she gets tempted by the good life at first. The film does well to show that despite her idealism, she's still a sellout in her own way. There's no easy answers in Sorry to Bother You, although that's what Armie Hammer's character claims to provide. Hammer turns in a maniacally smarmy performance as Steve Lift, the CEO of a slave-driving staffing agency suddenly marketed under the Orwellian moniker of worry-free. Corporations are even more powerful in this world than they are in our own. Despite how funny the film is, it's still a chilling reminder of the commodification of the human body that our country has allowed throughout its history in the name of capitalistic profit margins. There's a truly terrifying reveal towards the end that really shook me. Unfortunately, after this powerful moment, Sorry to Bother You loses a bit of narrative focus. It kind of meanders along for a while on a horizontal plane as opposed to building. This makes the ending a bit anticlimactic and not as powerful as it could have been. The most powerful thing about the movie is the directorial voice of Boots Riley. I've also got to give props to the prop master for populating the scenery with such a quirky assortment of interesting items. And it was great to see cinematic veterans like Danny Glover and Terry Crews join a supporting cast that brought hilarious moments of deadpan levity. Sorry to Bother You gets 3 out of 4 stars. This is one of the more original movies I've seen in a while. It's a biting satire on our country's troubling descent into corporate oligarchy. But there's hope too, and I like that. Director Boots Riley is a filmmaker to keep an eye on. My emojis walking out the theater were the horse head and the eggplant. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks for joining. I'm Paul Christian, and this is The Paul Christian Show. What are some other great sci-fi comedies? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, if you like what you've seen, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.